The other day, I was having a stare down with this fish. I was thinking about eating it when something odd happened. Tell my family I love them. What an odd thing for a dead fish to say. I felt sorry for the fish, so I began looking for small towns along the coast where I could make good on his request. I'd hate to leave his family wondering. And that's when I found this island with these odd-looking pools. Maybe there's some fish there. So I hopped in my car, and 3 hours later, I arrived here in the town of Yanzhou. So I parked the car and was immediately greeted by this fella, who told me about his boat tour, and then just stood there. The awkward silence was killing me, so I did this. 要不要? Oh, I'm not a smoker myself, but I heard offering these things to people is a way to make friends. But this just made it more awkward. Apparently, boat tours are a thing here in Yanzhou, and it sounded like a fun activity, and maybe even a good way to meet some fish. This is Nina, right? Nina? So I kept the man's card and told him I'd call him later. But before I got in a boat with a stranger, I wanted to get a feel for the town. Yanzhou has a lot of these small, narrow walkways, which are a lot of fun to ride through on my electric unicycle. Eventually, I got thirsty and went into this place to grab a drink. And when I came out, I caught the attention of some locals.
会不会讲中国话？
什么？
会不会讲中国话？你是哪里的？
哦，我是美国人。
美国的。
对，我美国的呀。
会讲中文。
今天我看看这个地方，
没来过。
旅游。It was the sweetest thing. This group of gentlemen started talking to me.
我们的中国茶。
中国茶？哦，那是什么茶？红茶。哦。
喝一杯，来。
我试一杯，呀。
来。
And then they invited me to hang out with them. It was at this moment I realized I had used all of my small talk phrases. I didn't know what else to say to these nice gentlemen. So for nearly 10 more minutes, I smiled, laughed, and I drank a lot of tea. Even though it was a little awkward, I was so inspired by the way these gentlemen just invited me to their table like this. I want to be like them when I get older. The next morning, I got on my electric unicycle with a renewed interest to find fish somewhere on this island. I can't stop thinking about what that dead fish said to me, and I need to share his message with at least one of his living relatives. I figure the best place to look is along the coastline, so I made my way over. This dock seems promising. Well, that's a boat full of fish, but they're all dead. No use sharing a message of love to a bunch of dead fish. I think it's time to go find some breakfast. So I made my way into town when I stumbled on this place with a bunch of people walking around it, and it seemed like I had found Yanzhou's morning farmers market. And there was so much going on in there, I had to get my camera out. Farmers markets are always a lot of fun, but what I didn't see were living fish. Most of them were dead. I called the boat guy and reserved a ride, and on my way over I ran into this fella.
It's okay, buddy, it's okay.
Hi. Ni hao, ni hao. Please don't hurt me. I would have played fetch, but the dog just ran away. I guess we just couldn't get over the language barrier. I arrived at the dock, and the next thing I knew, I was following this woman down a muddy shoreline to catch a boat. I had expected other people to be on the boat with me, but it turns out I had the whole boat to myself, just me and some guy. I would have said hello to him, but the engine was so loud I didn't bother trying to speak. I think we both understood each other. As I captured some footage, I saw this net, which gave me a little hope that I'd see some fish and finally be able to relay that message of love. But then he packed it away, and I knew this would just be a joyride. Once I got off the boat, I realized I still hadn't seen any fish, and my time in Yanzhou was running out. So I asked the person in the hotel where I might be able to find some food, and she mentioned there's a seafood restaurant. So I'm walking through some village action here to get to a seafood restaurant. I have no idea what it'll be like, but I'll check it out.你开了吗？你好。开了，嗨。你好。一个人，一个人。这是可以啊。
好，在这里，意思。点菜，那边点菜。
点菜 ，OK. This is when I realized I wasn't picking something off of a menu. I was picking a fish out of an aquarium. A living fish. The kind I've been looking for all day. So I looked that fish in the eye and said, "You're loved, buddy. You're loved." And then the kitchen cooked him up, and I ate him. And he turned out to be a delicious fish. In fact, one of the kitchen staff came over and checked in on me. 对，很喜欢那个，好吃，好吃。
我家好吃。Hello， 你好。
你好，你好。
你好，很高兴认识你。
对，我也很高兴。It was so random that I even came to Yanzhou. I just chose it on the map. But what I found here were friendly, hardworking people, a lot of fun animals, a beautiful location, but most of all, an experience that exceeded my expectation. This place was awesome, and I definitely want to come back sometime.